Okay, so here is me just getting ready to put on my makeup. I start out with this concealer. It's from Evolution. It's pretty cheap and very good at covering, so I use this a lot since I don't use foundation. You don't have to use as much as me, really. Then I use this foundation brush from Elizabeth Arden to just dab it in, more dabbing so it presses into the skin instead of pulling it from one place to the next. Just gives a nicer blend and a better coverage in my opinion. And yeah, I've sped it up, but I can only speed it up so much. I don't have good tools. Then I use this primer from NYX. I also have the waterproof one, but I prefer this one since the other gets too sticky and it's hard to blend in my opinion. You can either use a pencil or your finger to just blend it out all over the places you think you might have eyeshadow. Well, be putting eyeshadow. And I use a lot of primer because I use a lot of colors, and in my opinion it just works better to use more, but really it's a balance you have to figure out for yourself. Don't necessarily do the same as me. Then I have finally the product we're here for, the Avatar Colourpop collab makeup. And here's me trying to be an influencer, like, wow, it's so pretty. I am not gonna, wow. Oh, I actually really love the colors. It's a very nice blend of the different colors. Yeah, it's apparently not sped up. So, here's just me getting ready to find the right one. Here I have a eyeshadow brush, blending brush. I use a puffier blush for everything. It's just easier for me to control. And I start out with this deep red color in the palette. It's a smaller one of the blending brushes I have because it's easier to control and you want a little bit of control. And then I just start out in the corner and slowly build inwards from the crease and either into the inner corner of the eye or up, which will happen later. And I use a very long time on this, so I sped it up and it will still take a while. Meanwhile, I can sit and talk about how much I feel they betrayed Saga by only putting him on the picture of the makeup palette, and they should really have given him more recognition. Like, Katara and Toph has 3 places they're on, Saga gets none. It's so long, this clip. I'll just let you watch it. So now I've gotten it all blended out upwards the way I want, and I slowly blend it in toward the eyelid on the actual lid. You can see it's all blended out in the point. You take as much as you want, slowly build up the color, and especially in that outer corner we want the color to be built sharper. We want it to stand out there. And again, keep building, slowly adding more color, pulling it up as much as I can, slowly building it in toward the eyelid, and here I'm just applying a tiny bit under the eyelid with this beautiful obligatory makeup applying face I'm doing. So you see, you want that kind of point, and slowly pulling it a bit under so you can connect the under eye to the actual lid. And here I am just finding another pencil. This is still a bushy pencil, but a little bit flatter and shorter so I can pack more color. And I use this middle color, and then I can also blend it out a little easier. This is just a little more golden. It's not necessarily darker, but it gives a little more depth to the outer corner, which is where I want more depth. We'll build in on the inner later. And I just exactly apply it to the outer corner and a little bit more in the underlid, as you can see. So I'm just building it up a bit. You can see just building it over and under. You don't need to care about the like bottom line. It don't have to be perfectly straight. You can fix that later, and I will show you that when the time comes. For now, it's just building the color, getting the right color for you, seeing how you like it, and trying to get it kind of even. I am a perfectionist, so this takes a while for me, as you can see. Good. Then I take a Q-tip, and now you can see that you don't have to have it perfect. You don't need any makeup remover or anything. You just slightly touch up the bottom line to make it as straight as you like it to be. And while you're at it, you can fix up some of the other smaller mistakes you feel like needed. For instance, I always get too much like right there. It's too bulky for me, and then need to straighten it out. My eye shape don't agree. And as I said, you don't need any makeup remover. Makeup remover actually can quickly make it blend all over the place. So as you can see, I also just fix up other places where I needed it to be perfect and I didn't feel it was, such as the exact shape overall. Then I use this small, very flat-ended blending brush, and I go in with this lovely golden earth color. It's a little green gold, but it fits well. And I just dab it in, dab. You get more color by dabbing, like more than pressing it into the skin instead of just pulling it along. And then I just do slight pullings to like fix the small spaces where it's uneven, like blending it actually, blending it evenly. And I do the same on the other side. Oh yeah, totally. Then I go in with the red eyeshadow brushes. Don't add anything new, and you just kind of blend the edge so it's not so rough between where the red is and where the gold is. So it's more all over the place, blended well, nice, smooth. Just remove some of the very darkness, try and clean up the not so dark. Remove some of the darkness and take a bit more, just keep blending until it's perfect for you. Just blend it out here a bit more so it's like nice and smooth up here. And now you got gold all over. So nice. It's all over the red now. We like gold. Gold is good. This is very much bigger than the one I first made. Like, look. And I can just clean up a bit of the edge. But you can just pull it up, pull it down as much as you'd like. Doesn't have to be so big. Just like it big. That's what she said. Now I'm gonna use this to take this one just a tiny bit. You can't even see it on the camera. It's a tiny bit. I'm gonna put it right here, just to light it up a bit, just as a highlighter. The other side, we like a little bit of highlight in here. Perfect. And if you now notice you got some sleep in your eyes, just take a kind and like you can dab it in without like ruining the makeup, and it's gone. Now we start the wonderful eyeliners. They're so pretty. Yeah. So very nice, like the second color. And just I normally use black eyeliner, so like a very low eyeliner is pretty weird for me. And I also normally use liquid eyeliner, so cream is a bit new. Just trying to make a bit of a wing, just a little bit darker place here. Look at that. And the bottom don't have to be perfect, we're gonna go over it more. Just gonna do the same on the other side. And I'm not gonna make it like I can't even see it right now because it's not black, it's just red on red. So it doesn't have to be totally perfect. It's almost just to give the hint of a wing without actually having. It's almost like you're just going in with like another deeper eyeshadow. And I'll just make it a bit bigger. I like big eyeliner. Yeah. So you can try and get it perfect, whatever that might mean for you. But I can't be bothered right now. Give me a black liquid liner and you'll never see me stop trying to perfect it. But this one, I can't even see it. I can, but like not a lot. Just gives a very nice deep edge. Back in the package. Then I'll go with top. And I would love for the eyeliner to be this color, because like this is red, this is blue, this is beige. But top, her liner is earth, she's earth, so her liner is brown, of course. A little disappointed. I would love the teal color, but it's how it is apparently. You're not gonna get everything you want, and you still got some pretty nice colors. And this is just a very nice brown liner. I don't normally use brown, but I mean it fits. I use this just like a little bit underneath the eye here to give some depth, and a little bit up here just in the root to give a little more accent to the eyes. So you pull it a little bit down. Oh, that was a lot. And a little bit up. Oh. Like this. And now I will actually wait a minute for the other liners. Take like a flat liner, any flat eyeshadow brush. Any flat brush you have will work. This is pretty big, I would use a small one. And I'm just gonna blend the bottom line out a bit. It's not there to be brown, it's just there to give accent. And it's very much easier to blend it with a flat eyebrush right up on your waterline. Okay, perfect. It didn't do much. I know it didn't look like much, but it did a lot. And if you feel like the brown to go over the red, you can always go in with a bit more red eyeshadow. Red eyeliner. Back in the box. 2 out of 2. Now, this because I like the niceness of the light color of this. So it's very nice light. It's pinkish on the liner, like the cover, but when you put it, it's also looks kind of pink, white. I like it. It's not normal. I wouldn't use it alone, but I like it for like highlighting. So I'm gonna put it in here. starting in the waterline, trying to cover up a bit. And this will be hard because it's a very light color on a very dark gold. But you can just build it. And it's just, yeah, there we go. It's gonna take a little bit to get it to cover. And it's not sticking very hard, good to like wet places, so that's why it's maybe harder in here depending on like how open. Mine is very open, so I would like my inner eye here is very, there's not a lot of cover layers. So I want to put it all the way in here, but that's too wet so it can't stick, so I just try and put it a bit up where it's not as wet. And that might make it a little bit bigger than I normally would put it in there, but it's okay, it's light, you don't see it anyway. And I do it on the other eye too. And I might just blend this out a bit with the red liner later. Because I'm not sure I would like it all the way over here. But here it is for now. So this is what we got now. You can see it's very abrupt, like light to dark hue. And then we build upwards because we want the wing, top wing. So I just start not in here, but like a little bit out, where it kind of points to. Just pull it down a bit in short, light strokes, so you can try and get a like nice pointy edge. And then up. Also short, light strokes, building the color. Use it naturally. And look in the mirror. You just build it over the eyelid fold. And it might get a little bit bigger than you would like. And you can always like take a bit of, yeah, now I lift my eye because I got the idea of where it's going. So I can like lift it to spread it out and get a little bit more color. And back to normal. And you can always like use a very small, very thin eyeshadow brush like this one, and just put a little of the red color if you would like, and twist it up if you don't want to use just like a plain Q-tip to cover it. And then we take the other eye. This eye is struggling today. And that's okay, we all have mistakes, we all have days that's good or bad. This eye normally has bad days, it's okay, love them either way. Okay, and we build and we build and we try and match both the eye and the other eye. Meaning match the liner to the eye, but also like match the shape to this eye. And this one is quite thick because I'm using a blunt size, perfect. You can also like keep twisting it so you can see. You can't see. It gets worn down, and then like one side is very blunt, and you can just twist it over to the more pointy side, flat side, pointy flat side. Because you won't get a pointy side here. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay. Yeah. And now I'll try. This is what I'm left with. I just, are you kidding me? Yeah, this is a little shorter, so I just twist it out and try again. Whee. And I also have very deep fold, like long and deep and everything, so I want it to be like kind of high on the eyelid. Where this would want it like, which when I lift my eye, it's like very. I use just normal water, mouth water, because it's on myself. If you were to not like that, you were to put it on someone else, I would definitely use a makeup remover. I love this one from Body Shop. Removes like very good at precision. I can always use this one from Body Shop, and I just get it a little wet. Careful not to just remove it before it twists. And yeah, you can just like dab it. But if you remove any makeup down to the skin, you would have to apply more primer on the area. So yeah, and a little bit red, because like when you remove it with makeup remover, they also remove the natural oils, and there's nothing sticking at all. So fixed it up a bit, and then we just remove where it's like cover up where it got red. And we just straighten this out a bit. Oh wow, it's terrible. Yeah. And you can always just go over a like white liner with like any other thing to like cover it up a bit. Bit of the gold here. It's just like highlighting there. I don't like it, but like other people will not notice. You need to always think other people does not care as much as you do about your own makeup. They will not notice the tiny little deformity. They will not notice the wings are not the exact same level. They will not notice any of that shit. So I just, as said, want to fix up the waterline liner a bit. So just go in with the red again and blend it over here a bit. About midway, I think is gonna be good. Yeah, okay. Also gives us a little bit more of the red color, and I really like the color of this liner. Okay. Should be good. Did a big difference. It's still very abrupt in the stop, but excuse you, we can survive. Hold on. We can fix the abruptness with a thin eyeshadow brush and a little bit of blending. Oh, this is not totally clean. I would always suggest using a clean brush, especially if you're blending two colors. So now, at last, we have the water tribe with Katana, and this is a very nice deep blue, like water blue, not deep like navy blue, but like it's like what I imagine. Yeah, mid like thick ices, like has a very nice blue color. It's not a nice liner just right there, but there's nothing to do with the liner, just my laziness. And I just started around the place I ended the white. Try and follow the line I set there. Still try and keep your eyes natural. And we just follow the eye. Pull it up a bit here because I started a bit weirdly. And follow the eye, and I was like, should I pull it all the way down? But I really liked it when I got to like around here, where it's like, yeah, you'll see where it fits for you, and just pull it out instead. So we get this very nice double liner, and the top line doesn't have to be like, it looks nicer if it goes out over the red. And this is very thick. This is not how I would normally like it. I would love to have a tiny little pencil sharpener. And you can get it. These are just not one of those who has it in here. Some gel liners like this will have it, not Colourpops, which sucks. Okay, and we try on the other side, and see the blue is a lot darker than the white one, so it will pull down more. Light lifts, dark pulls down, which is why I also build it up a bit more over here. So I'm gonna have to build it up a bit more over here too, probably. Yeah. Okay. This is not being as nice as the other one, but then you just, if you see it's not building the way you want, you just let it continue. And it's not perfect, and nobody cares except you. Probably none of you will care much what I think is perfect or not. And if you feel like me, it's too thick, you can just, oh shit, that was too much red. You can just try and clean it up a bit, and try not to remove the red eyeshadow. You want the red eyeshadow there. It's just didn't use any liquid, so most of the natural oils were still there. Just clean it up a bit. Okay. I think that's okay. That's not perfect, but I'm just going to my mom's house, so I don't need it to be perfect. And if you want like an intense small fix color fix, you just put a little tiny bit from the palette on your Q-tip, like tiny bit, and just like drag it where you want it to be. Then you add like a tiny bit of color and you blend it a bit without ruining all the rest of the work. Okay. I feel scared. I feel like it's broken. I feel like it's ruined. I feel like this is the reason I never do tutorials. I feel like shit actually, but that's okay. It's probably just my anxiety talking. Okay, this is fine. It's okay. We can keep perfecting it. We can do it for hours if you would like, but I feel like you'd rather spend your time correcting your own makeup than watching me correct mine. Now, if you feel like me that the line here is rough, you can blend it with an eyeshadow brush. I would just like take the light, which is like very light, and just like slightly drag it over right where it should blend, because it doesn't have as much pigment to the blue, so it doesn't like overshadow it, and that just gives a little more blend. And we pack it all back in the original packaging, because that's nice. We're gonna keep that forever. This is my collector's items. I collect makeup. I can never stop buying more. Now, essentially, the eyeshadow is done, so you just apply mascara, which I'll do just in a minute. But before I do that, actually, I'm just gonna use this lip stain, which is a bit like a lip tint. It's very aggressive. I was very scared the first time I used it, and it's still very aggressive, and I don't use it often, but like just very aggressive. Put it on, and I'm just gonna let it sit while I fix the rest of my makeup. I'm not good. I'm not perfect. And you can of course build it with more or less product. and I'll be right back after I apply the Avatar. But before I put on the mascara, I just put on a bit more concealer. Now I don't really use foundation, but I do most of my face after I do my eye makeup, which means I use a bit more concealer just to like I cover the small mistakes I feel like I have with concealer, and then just generally try and blend it out like natural, which means I normally just use concealer as foundation right in the area here, my top cheeks and my nose and small spots that should be on my cheek, chin. I just like take the byproduct of the pencil brush and try and get as much as it to cover, so I don't have to actually put more makeup. Now you can see already I got a little more concealer on here than wanted, closer to. I want to use the concealer to like clean up the line, get a more strict line, but when you get it up here it's just annoying. And if you do that, luckily concealer is very oily, so you can use that as a primer just to temporarily get like a bit more color here. And when I say temporarily, I just mean you haven't removed oils, you've just added more, which is what makeup sticks to. Well, eyeshadow sticks to, breaks down other makeup. I'll go do my powder. Just have a nice fake brush, and I'll over my some mattifying powder, which means I don't feel like I'm sweating so much. Also feels incredibly soft and nice. I have no idea how to use powder, so I just like rub it over. I don't need a thick layer. It falls a lot, but you can also pack it on, still falls a lot, but I still end up like just dragging it. Phew, phew. So, and I do this before I put on my mascara because it makes my eyelashes dusty. So if I already put on my mascara, the mascara is gonna be dusty, which I do not want. Okay. Now, I wasn't clear before. The mascara, no, the powder is a mattifying setting powder, which is why it helps concealer last, and it just feels like silky soft on, just like your skin feels silky soft after. It just feels like it gets another layer between you and every little disgusting thing out in the big wide world. And now that the mascara is done, I'll just use a short bit of tinted brow gel just to give something to them because they stop halfway. 2 blonde hairs. I'm not blonde, but like my brows are. And it doesn't give a lot. I like this one because it's just like a hint of a tint. It's not a color, it's just there. And if it's not enough, or if it doesn't work, like have another one that's much more aggressive. I just saw like my concealer is not probably mixed here on my nose, so the setting powder just set it like even worse there. I'll probably have to like go a little more. Now, since you have your concealer brush right near you, and you notice like your nose fucking up, you just, even if you put the powder already, just like you start to try and fix it because it's probably a bit more dense, probably has a bigger chance of fixing it quickly without having to put on a whole new layer. And your brows are not twins, they're sisters or cousins, whatever, however far away from each other they look. Now this one's a bit aggressive, so I just use a brow pencil that I've been using for too long to like cover it and get it all out, like get a bit more natural. I don't know, I have like a spot right here. It wasn't there always, it's just there now. Meaning it's a bit bare there, but it's okay. That's how brows are. They shed hairs and they get new hairs, and that's okay. So now this is okay, and it's just my contour, which is just like I use a palette of 3 colors, trying to like match it to the season. I normally use a medium, like the lightest of the browns. Just give it a hint. I'm not here to like draw my face. I'm just here to like give it a hint of where my cheekbones are, because otherwise you can't see it. I do not have cheekbones if I don't do anything. And often I get my concealer up here, which is making it too light. It's just weird, so I put a little bit here. Just a little lift and a little on my nose, because concealer removed everything. As Ravenstone said, use concealer to cover sin. People have lots of sin. And it's not a lot, it's just a hint of it there. Sometimes I use more, sometimes I use less. And for highlighter, I'm gonna use Momo. The original picture I used the Aang one, and these are so hard to open without ruining the box. But it's so nice, like the little air logo. Avatar the Last Airbender, and it looks very nice too. Now these are quite creamy, and it's a little bit hard to get like product on your brush if you use a feathery brush like me, but I give way more than they did last time. Sure. Now, if you get too much highlighter and it looks ashy like this, I don't know, honestly, use your concealer brush, cover, dab it, and wash it immediately. Okay, this looks so different. And when you feel like you got it a bit under control, you can just blend what's left out. Because now we're gonna be every 12-year-old in, well, every young adult, emo young adult in 2012's dream of being Twilight vampire. And then you notice in your camera that you didn't mix it enough, and you just keep blending and you're blending. And you can sit here for hours, and sure. Then we look at the lip stain, which is just it's a lip stain. You can wear it like this if you like it. I'm just not good with colorful lips, so I do take a cotton tip or cotton pad, and I honestly just dip it. Get as much as the product off, because I just want the stain. I don't want the lip. I don't want the red stain there is after. And it's done. And then you can dust it. Feel awkward or feel good, whatever you like. But always experiment with colors. It's way more fun. And thank you for watching. If you finished the video, thank you for just seeing the makeup things and skipping all my talking. If you did that, it's honestly expected. I hope someone could use it, find inspiration from it. Honestly, I just love experimenting, and I am hoping this one video could help other find inspiration to just sit down with like any colorful makeup and experiment themselves. It's fun. It was how I got this look. It was like I want all of the colors, all of the eyeliners, and made it fit somehow. Might not have a lot of it, but like, got it.